Let's just go to the axle hard part and ignore all of this because it's pretty self-explanatory. You just stop when the things are firing and just go slowly so that you know where they fire. This one's a little bit less self-explanatory. You can either do this to go like farther in because you're sideways, you fit farther in, or you don't have to do that. If you're tight enough for the timing, you can make it. Yeah, for that part, I would go when it's narrowing, like not when it's fully narrowed, or not when it's fully gone, because that's a tight timing. Okay. So here's the axle difficult part. You just gotta know where to stand. I mean, there's not really much to say. If it helps you, maybe try to do that for your mouse. But your mouse will move, obviously, as you're moving, so that only really does you so much good. Just remember to go slow if you're this far in. Then there's this attack. I would personally try to do what I did there, but alternatively, you can squeeze between the gap here. It's just really tight. That also works. Okay. The only thing you really have to worry about here is this slider. And you have to jump over the arms, but not only have you jump over the arms, but you have to jump over the arms only. So you have to actually know where to stand in terms of left and right, which is why you should always keep a close eye on it, and frequently like turn around, look wherever you gotta look to see where it is, and just wait for it before you go and do anything dumb. That's about it. Everything else here is really easy, and it's generous on the HP too. I'm gonna wait for this to come back. So once you wait for the blasters, you go past the feet. But there's also room between the blaster and the feet, so don't like feel rushed. Wait for this to go back. Probably waiting excessively even, but I'm just doing it because why not? I take the risk. So yeah, that's that. That's all you gotta do. The second one is like same theme of everything is really easy except for the slider. Well, the slider's pretty easy too. It does a lot of damage, so watch out for it. And mostly just walking and waiting, and it's really almost up here. So just make sure you have a good understanding of where that is, and play it slow. slider, and I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna wait for the slider to be behind me because of this next part. You'll see. Oops. It was not centered, but anyway, yeah, this part. You don't want to be dodging the slider and this at the same time because it could interfere with each other. That still hits you, doesn't it? Man, that's annoying. Anyway, just have some HP to tank that, I guess. Let's see how this can dodge the slider without jumping. Anyway, so yeah, pretty easy. You could try jumping over it, but I wouldn't because they like come back around, so obviously it's usually not going to work out for you. You can go under the arms though, it's probably a better recommendation. Okay. So you always watching in front of you for that. Well, not always, but like every now and then turn in front of you to see where it is. Ow. Damage is relatively low on everything, so there's that. Though healing is slow too, so you know, don't abuse that too much. I think I just clipped through that. I don't know how, but I did. So here you're gonna want to go to the right, because the blasters, if you touch them, they one-shot you. Wait for the slider to come the other direction, so I'm gonna wait for it to come this way back to me. I think the pencils also one-shot you. So, I mean, you just don't touch them. That's literally it. It's a pretty slow and not difficult, but, you know, painful boss rush. I guess that's why it's called painful. Where? Help. Oh, fuck. You gotta be kidding me. I mean, in theory, at some point, I should hit... Yeah, there we go. Man, that was a long fall. Okay. Final phase, and this is really easy. It's pretty much just the sliders you have to worry about. Like, there's really almost nothing here. In fact, did this get nerfed? Maybe I'm insane, but I feel like this got nerfed, like, a lot. But, whatever. Wow. Oh my god. No way. No way. Oh my god, the skill. Oh my god. No way. I'm so good. No way. Whoa. Oh my god. Okay. This is not easy. So unfortunately, that one's, I don't want to say luck-based, because you can time it out, but it's difficult to time it out, because of the way that they, there's like no safe spot between that. So yeah, for that part, there's two things, two sliders, just wait for them, get comfortable, and then go. And then there's actually a safe spot between here and here. So I didn't really utilize. This part sucks. It's weird. You have to like go, and this is one's going down, one's going up. The big one's going up, and then the small one's going down. And it probably will hit you a lot. Tight jump there. Don't jump over these. I don't know what the hell. I don't know why you would ever jump over these. You'd have to be out of your mind. Okay. I think I was supposed to go between them. If you have even like a small amount of HP left, like I would just like heal and then tank that, to be honest. They like jump over it. Try to jump over it the best you can. I feel like you'll take less damage, because you're not going to fit between that very well. Okay, this part's difficult. Slider and everything. Alright. I mean, all in all, it's fairly straightforward what you have to do. It's just actually trying to do it. That's the issue with this. Like, it's not really the lack of explanation, it's just trying to do this part. But trust me, phase 2 gets a lot worse. So that's sort of how you're supposed to do it, like wait between there, and then when they go back, go again. But it rarely actually times out that way. And I still took damage because it wasn't like timed perfectly. Okay, so here we go. Gotta do this again. It's a nasty part. And they were there, but that's not all of it. There's a phase 2, and it's way worse. This is the hardest part. This sucks, because there's this slider, and the slider does an insane amount of damage to you. If I were not to have spammed jump there, I would have actually taken almost all of my HP. Now, for spam jumping, I really discourage it, but in this one case, I'm actually encourage it, because I can't react to it. The red mist combined with the speed is just too much. And if you spam jump, not only you might jump over it, but you might take a fraction of the damage. You might only half jump over it. Which, it makes it seem pretty worth it, honestly. And being as how fast it is going, there's still a decent chance to jump over it. So as long as you're good with the rest of the thing, as long as you don't screw up much else, you should be able to beat it this way. But you'll have to learn the rest of it pretty perfectly. It might still kill you. Slider can easily still kill you while spam jumping, but it's not as inconsistent of a strategy as you might expect. Just don't take too long, you know. I say that as I'm waiting for nothing. Well, I guess for the slider, but, you know. So this is where spam jumping is going to get a little bit less feasible, because you have to jump over this. But you don't actually necessarily have to jump over it, because you could just like walk between the two things while they're going back and forth. Yes, you can still spam jump here, by the way. Okay, just keep going, almost there. It's a rough battle. Okay. similar issue to the last one with the slider deal, but it's not dark, so you can actually see the slider, so it's not that bad. And the slider doesn't do an insane amount of damage either.
I haven't been part of a team since I was with the Four Peters.
Okay. Not really needed, but I waited for the slider there. So you gotta stop and wait for this blast. These blasts, if anything is gonna kill you, it's probably the blast, since they're like white. It's white on white, so you can't really see them too well. Wait for the slider to go forward and backwards, since I have this spinner here. I don't want to really have to dodge both at once. Now I'm going to go. Okay, I did get hit by this slider anyway. So you can stop here and get some HP back if you want. You have to go pretty tight there, because how it lines up. For the slider, and then I'm gonna go for this. You gotta really hug the right wall, which is hard because this is spinner here. But it's necessary. I swear it's necessary. If you get hit by those, you're probably gonna die. It's not a one-shot or anything, but it's a high amount of damage. Stop here for some HP. Not a bad idea. I'm not going to. I'm just going to wait for the slider to come back. You gotta know where to stand here, so you go between them. Slider. Okay, there's more blasts here, by the way. I don't know if you can see them. Go in, go around. Okay. And from here on out, it's pretty simple. The whole thing's pretty simple, but this part especially is really simple. You have to go around again. So I'm going to wait for the slider to go back behind me, since I'm at the very end, so it's, you know... And yeah, that's it. Okay. So, this is the easiest part, like, by far. Which is cool. After 3, you're probably pretty aggravated. So, only challenge here is that you have to tap the key, because you move faster than it. And, you know, the pink floor is pretty much a one-shot, so you have to be watchful of that. But, you know, aside from that, it's pretty easy. Okay. So just be careful. You want to get closer towards the center of this, so that you have more like free room to walk. But you know, it's blue, so just go as slow as you need to. Now it's not blue, so now you actually have to go through the center. So just hug the center. And if you have to take a little bit of damage, that's not so bad. Yeah, basically you want to hug the center and walk around with it, is how you dodge that. Just go under these. And then for this one, much like the other one, you just go around at the center. I mean, it's quite literally exactly the same as the other one, but because the orange doesn't actually do anything. Because it's orange, you're moving anyway. So then there's this part, which is a little bit harder, I guess. Not really. The platform's extremely slow, so just like really lightly tap the key or whatever. And the only issue with this is that you have to jump over that. I don't quite remember how much damage it does, but I'm gonna try to jump over it. You shouldn't have to worry too much since the platform is moving so slow that it's not really like, you know, as long as you're like up towards the front-ish when you jump, you should land back on the platform. And yeah, that's it. That's the whole thing. Pretty easy.